Good afternoon. All right, y'all. So yeah, why they have to call so much? The struggle is real, y'all. It's real. I just thought I would come on here really quick. I just taking a little break from doing some things that were long overdue and that took a whole way too long. Um yeah, maybe I shouldn't complain, but I know I'm not the only one. I know I can't be the only one. Certain things I just find very tedious having to buy, and I know it's stuff that we need, but I just get so irritated having to buy certain things because it seems like it takes so long. And yeah, so I was sitting here vlogging a little bit, some stuff I was doing, and then I deleted a whole bunch because it was just rambling. But I had gotten the dilemma is towels. We've needed towels for a long time, and I just haven't had time to really go. I didn't want to go store to store looking all over the place. I usually stick to certain stores, and I don't have time. And I thought, let me go online and see what I can find, and trying to explain the whole issue. And my husband knows, but y'all know with him, um, it's a whole it's a process for everything we have to buy, but for him, it's really a whole process. And then having so many of us, we can't just go buy a towel set and say we bought towels. So yeah, if that make yeah, I don't know. Um, in reality, I wish that were true, but it's just not true. Large family, I think this is what if I had to do a con on large family, towels and linens would definitely be number one. That mess costs so much. You have to have so many. You have to store that stuff. That is one of the things I'm telling you that I do not like having about having so many of us. Just it's too much to manage. Too much. So we're kind of, towel snobs. And that's why it's taking a whole minute and trying to get just get a new starter set. Reality, everybody needs a towel for every washcloth for every day of the week. We do wash, but at least a good four, you know. And that once you multiply that, that's a whole lot of towels times 10, 12, whatever. That's a whole lot of towels. You can get by with a couple of bath towels a piece, but still, that's still a whole lot. And so, I'm sitting here looking at going from place to place, looking at stuff, and just trying to make sure I pick out material. Like I said, we're towel snobs, so material. Sometimes I can find things, randomly that work for the moment, but normally I don't. I don't. We've not done big box for stuff like this, towels and linen, um, and not expect that stuff to last. It's just disposable. But I'm trying to get something that's kind of, middle of the road. So I was looking at this, came from Kohl's, and there's a 30% off on the back of this, and then whatever else. So I was looking at Kohl's, and I kind of like what I saw. So I'll show you guys in the vlog what I picked out. And what else? Let me put this around. And um price wise. You can see. But let's see. I think I did vlog that. You hear him in the vlog telling me well, I had already picked out and I knew what I was gonna have to spend. Um, because again, that's just something I just don't like to put money in. Yeah, I'm cheap like that. But he said $100 and I was just like, okay, dude. We don't want the stuff where it's, towels where it's peeling all over your arm and shedding all over the and losing shape and rough and hard. And see, ideally if I brought that in here, everybody would be complaining. So yeah, it was like, let him put his not say put his say in, but of course he has to have say. Um, but he really trusts my judgment on things that I purchase. I have a little more. I spend a little more time. If it were him, he would be running to wherever and just be like, "Here." The first thing he sees, he's not one to care about the fabric, how it's gonna hold up, how if it's gonna fade, whatever. Me, I'm looking at all kind of stuff. I want to make sure it's green, um, stuff like that. I kind of get, I don't know. It's too many of us to have all white, but in ideal, I would have all organic white cotton towels. And yeah, in the future, I can see that. I just, would be washing, but that would be the way because the dyes just make me nervous. I try to not do anything with dye, especially something that's going on your skin. I don't know, but all the colors and all that does get you. I'm a sucker for that too. So I think I just kind of cleaned up. Cole's probably had about 15 choices, and I think I got 10 of them. I think maybe. I think I didn't get like a chocolate, a taupe, a white, and a ivory. So that's four. So yeah, but I got all the rest. So I got a bunch. Um, what else is happening? Like I said, I'm sitting here taking a little break. Jussie, all the charges have been dropped. Jussie Smollett. Um, yeah. So that's a good thing. But poor R. Kelly's still struggling, y'all. He's still struggling. He had was requesting to go to Dubai and so he can make some money, and their argument was if he was a flight risk he wouldn't be asking permission. The only thing is supposedly there was a contract. The only thing is um, they said that over in Dubai there's no such contract. He was not going to put on any show for the royal family. But he said it didn't state that, so all that'll come out. But they're saying that they did not ask him. um, in other words, they're not selling nothing for him, so they didn't ask him to come over there. So that foiled his plan to get out the country and make some money. That's crazy, huh? What else has happened? I was gonna tell you guys about the movie. We went to see Us really quick. Um, I don't know if you've seen Get Out. Leave me a comment. But that movie was freaky. It was so freaky. Everybody was like, that was so dumb. But the thing is, this happened. This is something that took place in '86. Something had to do with the government, and it's just now being put out. And the um the thing about movies like this, and there's another one, a couple of them actually. Um, People think that they're just movies and they don't mean anything, but later on down the line, something happens. Like when we had what was that, Hurricane Harvey? It had already a movie had already been done in early 2000. Um, so that was man made. We already know that was not that was not a natural hurricane like most of them. But this has to do with something we really try to stay away from is the fluoride in the water. But we're just now becoming hip to stuff that's happening more and more. What the government is doing to the food and the water and the chemicals and spraying and all of that. So people are more or less opening up. But the thing is, the damage has already been done because they were doing things before a lot of us were even awake and conscious to what was going on. So it was about clones, having to do with drinking the water with fluoride, and everybody has a clone. So we all supposedly have evil clones out there, which, yeah, I really would not doubt that. The thing is, the movie was saying that they figured out how to clone people, but they could not clone the soul. So I don't know. It could be just theory, but there's a lot of truth to that movie. A lot of truth, a lot of symbolism. It is gory. Do not let your kids see anything like that. But yeah, it's it's a lot of symbolism to it, and kind of like we're our own um worst enemy. So yeah, that was like so freakish, very bizarre. It's like Get Out, bizarre. But it's one of those that make you think. You don't want to second guess things that you would normally second guess. Don't second guess because this stuff is really relevant and really true. So yeah. Other than that, nothing. I don't have anything else to nothing else to share. I think I just, like I said, these towels, man. I want to know what you guys do. Large, small family. I don't know. What do you? Does it matter? How often do you buy the towels? You guys saw the whole deal with the furniture. It's a whole process buying anything because we just don't like to. The quality. The quality really matters. Trying to um make the dollar matter. Money is hard to come by. It really is. It just, we got to keep the money in our pocket, not just throw it away. Um, yeah. I know it's easy to buy things that are cheap because it's cheap, but again, in the long run, we know, having goals and things, um, and from experience, that's not the best way to go. It's not because you end up spending more money. So, I don't, I'm not knocking anybody that can't or chooses otherwise or anything like that. That's just, it's a personal preference, you know. It's a personal preference. But for us, quality over value matters. So, it's one of those where you live and learn. You buy, hey, low value, and the quality is not that good. So yeah, I just don't. I got tired of paying, buying stuff over and over again. It makes no sense. And especially the way stuff is these days, it's just made to not even last, and then you have to buy things over and over again anyway. A lot of times, um, pricier stuff. So yeah, I just rather, go ahead and get what I need the first time and not have to uh, deal with that. And then again, sometimes you buy cheap and you get what you pay for, you know. And not saying that buying expensive is going to be the best bet either, because sometimes you can buy for cheaper, same thing. So I just try to make sure we take time and quality matters to me as well. We have a large family. We don't have time for all that. Girl, yes. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said I was sitting here vlogging. I first picked up the camera. It was like 12 something. By the time I finished, it was like 150 something. Now I'm on here and I don't have time for all of that. Just, the whole once I figured out where I'm buying the stuff from, that's a whole process. And if I was out in the stores, I would have been highly bothered. Let me clean that up. I've been highly bothered because I probably wouldn't have found what I needed. Right then I would have been going place to place. So I don't have time for that. I have other things to do. And just even being in the store, sometimes we tend to impulse buy, something, we know we need something, but then we go in the store and we say, oh well, this is cheaper. And you just messed up your quality, you know. So that's why I go online and try to pick out what I want. Make sure it's the quality. Make sure forego the store because I don't want to be tempted to buy something just because it's a dollar or two cheaper or whatever. And I usually end up better. I come out better just buying online because the quality is poor. Or if I do look at it online, something cheaper, the quality is poor. People are saying I wish I hadn't. So yeah, I'm gonna get off of here and get finished with some other things I need to take care of. It's kind of a work day slash take care of business day. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna stop and do a couple things. Make a couple phone calls. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming and sticking and keeping up with the vlogs and asking for the chats and things like that. Um, Trying to come on and just uh kind of fill you guys in on day to day or whatever what's going on, keep you in the loop. But there's really nothing else, nothing major, not at all that I can think of. Just craziness, um, complete craziness. So I think I have left up enough vlogs in the last couple of days. The date nights, the I don't know what else have I put up. I don't know. Some of you guys probably have a furniture store, some nice stuff. So give you some ideas of what I like, taste and things like that. But date night so you guys can see date weekend, yeah. Um, and I still have to get other ones up. You guys can see what we do because it does get very hectic around here, and if towels are stressing me out or stressing us out, you can imagine the kids do at times just having to, mom it. It's stressful. Like I've been running from this whole ordeal about these towels for a long time because I just didn't have time to look for the freaking towels. Why do I have to be the one? But yeah, and then pointed me to shopper. So sometimes we have to for ourselves unwind, because you can't always send the kids outside to go play just to have some peace of mind and some together time. It just sometimes it doesn't work that way. So we will go get a room and stay the weekend or the night or whatever, and just talk and relax. So that's something that I think is very important, even if you have to get somebody to hire somebody to keep the kids. That is so beneficial. I cannot tell you um how beneficial that is. Your spouse may not always express it, but there are times where I'm sure he's saying, I wish I had more attention. You're doing this, you're doing that. And ladies, I can tell you, I know a lot of times we do take that for granted because we say we're doing something for the kids, or whatever. But you got to pay attention to your man. You really do. You have to pay attention. And, vice versa. So it's like, we put devices down, all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times we have to take it away from the house, because if not, we're going to have kids coming through here all day and night, knocking on the door, we're downstairs, wherever. It's like, can you just chill for a minute? And we, not that we feel like we're being bothered, but they're kids. They're kid and teenagers and grown adults. Just, yeah. So sometimes we just got to get away to decompress. So hopefully, like I said, it gives you some ideas. We're not going to anywhere um really luxurious. It's nice hotels, but you know, basically to just get away, since we can't send them off. Um, yeah, that's not a bad idea too. If you have some teenagers, pack them up, send them to the movies. That's what you do. Drop them off. We do that too. So yeah, check out the